Hey, welcome to the Virtually Speaking podcast coverage of VMUG Connect 2026 here in Minneapolis. John, how you doing, man?
It's good. I'm looking around. I saw like a robot following me earlier.
Yeah.
Like there's some challenges here. I feel like we're living in the future, but it's still very much the community's here. We're having great chats. We're having good communication, but I'm also feeling very, very thinking about the future and where it's going.
You should, man. You should always be thinking about the future. Absolutely. But so for those that don't know, I mean, the VMUG community has been around for a really long time, and there's been some changes, and all for the better. Like UserCons were amazing, but now they're called VMUG Connect, and so slightly different format. Which is exciting, and we've been talking to folks all week about just that and how people like it, and just some of the differences, and we'll get into some of that. But before we do, I want to talk to a new friend of the podcast, Ryan Lance. Ryan, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Awesome. Ryan's from the VMUG Connect leadership team, and we were talking about some of the changes and some of the stuff that you've been working on from the VMUG perspective.
Yes.
So maybe before we dive too deep into that, tell us a little bit about yourself and your history with this community.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so I'm Ryan Lance. I've been in the VMUG community in several different cities. Started out in St. Louis, probably in the 2005, 2006 time frame. So I've been around for quite some time. Started my, first speaking engagement, literally first speaking engagement at a VMUG.
Nice.
Speaking about vSphere 5.5 and what was new in that. So yeah, I've been around for a little bit. That was in St. Louis. I then joined VMware as a technical account manager, and then also as a solutions engineer. Traveled to Denver and also Sacramento. So now I'm the VMUG leader in Sacramento, and we've come out here to see what we can do for 2026.
Well, I feel like leaving Sacramento to come here in the winter is definitely for the weather. It wasn't the weather, but
I was reminded that it is still winter in other parts of the country.
Yeah.
So
I know we kicked this off. There was a leadership summit talking with some of the VMUG leadership. What were some of your takeaways from that?
That VMUG is really looking at 2026 to really do something differently. We've been historically an in-person meetup type of group. We've had UserCons, we've had Connects, we've had customer days way back a long time ago.
Yep.
And and those do resonate well, but we want to kind of get back to our core messaging. And so that's kind of what the leadership meeting was about, just pre-Connect.
Okay. And what's the core messaging at a high level?
I mean, at the core, we want to get back to our roots, which is like a source of VMware education and sharing that education within the community and being a source for that. And then also just, being a source for the community. So however you want to tap into expertise or get questions about the product, it's not just a single, there's not just one place that you can stop at. There's multiple avenues.
Okay. So how do you go about getting back to that core group? Like, what would you do?
So we had a lot of ideas that were thrown out there. Some were great ideas.
Some were Pete's ideas.
Some were my ideas, right? And so I'm just going to kind of stick with some of the things that I thought could be visionary about VMUG, and some of the things that VMUG's already doing, but I think that we could really accentuate it.
Yeah.
So first and foremost is that most people, if you want to be playing with the bits, if you're a customer, you have access to them. But if you're not, you must be VCF certified. And so I think that VMUG can be a great place to source training material or to cover what's on the certification. That's something that's being done right now, and it's a great source. I think that we need to start building upon that online resource.
Yeah, that's a good one.
No, I feel like the VMUG communities, there's the amount of home lab discussions and that people have here, we're all discussing, how we've all moved on from Nooks to mini forums or whatever is the hot new hardware. And I see off in the corner, we've got some Raspberry Pis going strong here and other projects going on, and people are figuring out how to run local models on home lab hosts and all kinds of cool stuff. So, but it makes sense that the key to that is, you figuring out the whole platform and figuring out how you're going to use it, helping get people aware, get that training to get there should help.
Sure. I run a UM700 minis forum. So
there we go.
I'm a home brewer as well.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And actually I think that's a great idea, right? As part of the community is really, bringing in some of those home brews, because as you're aware with VCF, there's some modifications that you need to be able to do during installation to kind of get past some of those checks.
Yeah, we had an AMA session earlier, and
Wonderful.
people were asking. Someone was asking, like, "Hey, so can I use my NVMe drive for vSAN and memory tiering?" I'm like, supported, no. However, if this is your home lab, and so it's.
Right.
Well, the funny thing about that was there was about 3 questions in a row, and they were all basically like, well, that's not supported, and that's not supported.
But
And I
here's how you do it in your lab when you're trying to learn these things and not spend $4 million on hardware.
But it
So-
speaks to the audience, right? It
Yeah,
speaks
yeah.
to this audience that's very technical, that wants to be able to do these things in a smaller form while they're testing it, so they can then go to production. But yeah, this is what I love about VMUG is you got that core group of practitioners that are really going to push the limits. They're really going to ask those tough questions.
Yeah, somebody else is like, could we hack around that with namespaces? I'm like, yes, but again, not supported. But yes, that will work. It's fun. But I love the community because they're thinking out the box, and they're like, these people have clearly read the NVMe spec who was asking this question, which is good. And I love the level of technical detail of, data protection, all the other conversations I've had this week.
Mm-hmm. And so with that, what I think is like we need to be able to capture that better from a
Have some
VMUG.
structured education capabilities.
Correct. Or even capture what you had just mentioned. I was like, we need to put that in the forum, right? And put that as a post of like, hey, this is something that people can go back to, right? And saying, oh, this is how you get around, the checks, or this is how you do something like that. So to kind of build upon that as well, one of the things that I had proposed is that, look, I mean, people kind of, and I'm just going to kind of put the elephant out in the room, right? Which is, people wonder, well, how come there's not, 30,000 people, showing up to a VMUG Connect or to even a VMware Explorer, right? And, I think there's a couple answers to that question. One is really post-COVID, right? People, less travel, less desire to travel. There's been a little bit of a cultural shift as well of doing things more hybrid or online or remote, right?
Absolutely.
And then the other thing, and this is really tough to say, but like the product has matured, right? And as the product has matured, it's no longer the new. Yes,
well, and there's also a lot of people who know how to do
Lamborghini.
it. Like I am seeing some people that are new to the platform that do come into the VMUG events, but I also see people like, well, we've been doing this for 15 years, haven't we?
Yeah,
like,
sure. Like we all recognize each other, when we show up to these types of events, right? And so one of the things that I wanted to make sure that we're capturing is like the value. What is the value proposition that VMUG is providing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And historically it's been physical community, right? Like coming in and being able to talk.
That
like,
hyper local, some people to go have beers with and learn about the new thing in the ecosystem.
Right, but I don't think that that's how that works anymore. And so what I'm thinking about is, yes, vBeers is great, right? If we're using vBeers as an example.
Sure.
I made this joke about myself, which is nobody wants to drink a beer with the old guy that's using the old technology, right?
Yeah.
Back
What
in my
they
day.
want, back in my day. Well, or hey, this is how we support an operational, how we operationalize VMs, right?
Yeah.
Opposed to talking about maybe containers or something like that. And I'm using that just as an example, but what the point of that is that like we need to be thinking about like, hey, look, like getting people together for beers kind of feels awkward now, especially if you don't really know the people, and there's an incumbency of people that do know each other for 15 years.
Yeah, no, making a local user group or a user group more approachable, because you do end up with that incumbency weight.
Right.
I remember going to the first VMworld and I saw these people who had clearly been having beers for way many more years. I was like, I keep seeing all these people together and they all know each other. Like, I don't know anybody. This is weird, but
here, one of the things that I was thinking about, and something that it's not just, I think it's been a shift within, from the VMware to VMware by Broadcom, right? And so some of that, the focus of like community education has also shifted or has kind of waned a little because, priorities have changed. So, and I see that it's most affected by like the commercial segment and small business segment, the SMB segment. So, one of the things that I think that VMUG can do is help fill the gap where Broadcom, historically they will keep their customers informed by, different services that VMware provides, such as technical account management, customer success, or customer support.
But scaling to that longer tail, you need kind of an outsized force to do that, and VMUG's well positioned for that.
Correct. So being able to have maybe shorter but more frequent updates, not necessarily meetings, right? And being able to say, hey, why don't we set up something that's easily repeatable throughout to different regions, and let's enable our leadership with the same messaging.
Okay.
Right? So like, for example, we can go through and we can make sure that each month that we have the latest report of all of the updates that have come out for whatever products are relevant to. So that's why we're not doing it as a single message, because we want this to be tailored to the local communities.
Leaders have those conversations. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and so that also includes not just updates, but CVEs, like maybe a little explanation of those types of things. And then being able to say, okay, we just had a short 30-minute executive update of what's going on. If you want to continue the conversation, we'll be here for another 30 minutes. By the way, make sure to meet up with us, and and so that we'll have two larger regional events, but then just keep them very short and sweet. So then that way you start to become familiar with the people. You see them online. They're not as strange when we show up.
I don't know. I saw Pete in a lobster hat earlier, which I thought was pretty strange.
It was pretty strange. Absolutely. I'm not going to lie.
It felt strange, but then all of a sudden I started to get hungry. Yeah. So
nice. Well, there's different formats, and certainly Connect is a new one for me, right? So it's like a 3-day event compared to a lot of the UserCons, which is 1-day event. And I thought, well, I'm sure that changes who comes, right? Because some people maybe, coming to a 1-day event is a different investment. Like, am I really going to fly across the country for this event for 1 day? And so I see the value of having like a 3-day event where people can be like, well, there's a lot more value if I can actually.
There's more content also.
There's more content. Yeah.
Sure.
So what were some of the other reasons that you guys made that switch from the 1 day to say like the 3-day? And I know you still have the VMUGs, right, which are smaller, but these larger.
Sure. So I think that's exactly right, which was like wanting to attract more of the regional people that a lot of times it's like you said, how do I justify driving across the state, right? Or like picking up and flying, even if it's just a short duration, that still doesn't generally work. So having something that's a little bit larger, a little bit more in length, but then also being able to, but then also consolidate that as well. So there's going to be only a few connects now, opposed to.
But they are spaced out to a bit to where for regionality that makes sense.
Yeah.
Even the Canadians get one.
Yeah. Canadians get one. The Texans get one, right?
Yeah. I mean, Texas is its own place, so.
Right. Of course. Yeah, and then the other thing was like not just what value we're providing, but also looking at like the care and feeding of our community as well. So we did have a lot of other kind of breakout conversations on how to handle that. How to work with partners. So, some other big changes that we've had is, with the acquisition of Broadcom, it's become even more important to be leveraging that VMUG Advantage.
Yeah.
And so we had a lot of conversation around, how does that look for, our user base, and it's actually become, in my opinion, even more important because they're like, okay, the classes are, the classroom training is no longer required. that certification is,
Yeah.
right? And as part of that certification, now you're qualified to have a VMUG Advantage. So.
Well, we'll have some extra education as part of the Advantage to bootstrap in. So sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, excellent.
Ryan, this has been great, man. So how can people stalk you online?
Uh-oh.
Aside from going to Hulu and watching his House Hunters episode that I just recently learned about.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yes. Well, you can find me on LinkedIn. So Ryan Lance. I think it's 916 Ryan at 916 Ryan Lance.
Very good. Ryan, enjoy the rest of your VMUG
Excellent.
Connect, and thanks
Thank
for joining
you
us.
guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.